Hello. I don't think they still got the mic on. All right, how's that? For everybody, there's still some seats up here. If you come, feel free to come on in and grab some seats up here in front. There's like a whole row right there that doesn't have anybody. So feel free to come on in. Do we have any takers? All right, no takers. Well, thank you so much. Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. It's a great day to be a Brit. We are prepared to announce the 18th president of Albion College. And I know Brett came out for this. He was on retirement for a period of time, but he's back, he's well, and he's here to help to root us on. My name is Joe Calvaruso. It's been an honor to serve as interim president of the college through this search process. It's rather a unique role for an alumnus to step into. My wife Donna and I have both enjoyed this opportunity to serve my alma mater, but more importantly, a college we love. Today, after an extensive national search, the Board of Trustees will introduce our next president. Join me on the dais this morning are Joey Miller, class of 1975, and board chair. And also joining us is Brian McPheely. Brian is same class as I was in 1978 and chair of the search committee. Thank you, Brian, for all you've done. I'm going to turn over the mic now to you, Brian, if you want to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Joe. Good morning. I'm Brian McPheely, as Joe said, class of 78, trustee since 2018. Look, it's been a real honor to lead this search committee, which really was tasked to find the 18th president of Albion College. I would like to start by thanking the 15 members of the search, and I've got to tell you, this committee was made of students, faculty, staff, alumni, who invested scores of hours looking at CVs, exploring the background of the candidates, and the most important part was the interview process, which was in person. Some good news, I think, is we had 38 candidates that we reviewed, and these were executives that currently work in college and universities across the country. I would tell you, as a personal note, that I think that happened because of Albion College's long-standing reputation as one of the fine liberal arts schools here in the country. We had a great group of diverse individuals, which was great to choose from. The search was truly large, but we know how important this task was. But in the end, it was a very rewarding one. We started this search, it's hard to believe, about a year ago. It was guided by a lot of your input. If you recall, back in April and May, we had a survey. And that survey really was the base for us to find out what individual we needed to find. You told us some characteristics that you would like to see in the new president or leader. I'd just like to share a few of those with you if I could. A strategic leader with experience in leading complex organizations. A leader that can articulate the value of a small liberal arts college. A leader that understands admissions, enrollment, retention issues, and all the other things that happen on a college campus. A leader that will build consensus when making decisions. A leader with a strong track record in fundraising, which we all know how important that is for a small school. A leader with superb communication skills. A leader who understands and appreciates the Midwestern sensibilities. A leader who is accessible to students, to faculty, to staff, and the community. A leader who understands the complex and changing landscape of higher education finances. And finally, what we took from the survey from a lot of you, high emotional IQ, who demonstrates humility and empathy. So we kept these characteristics top of mind through every step of this search process. I think we were rewarded at having this foundation when the search committee unanimously and enthusiastically picked our 18th president. On a personal note, I've gotten to know the president, or soon-to-be president, his wife, his beautiful 10-year-old daughter, over the last couple of months. I can tell you I'm really excited. I truly feel we have a leader in our new president. And I think all of us will see Albion College prosper under the new president's guidance. So thank you to all of you that participated. It was a great guiding principles for us in our search. Next, I'd like to introduce the board chair, Joey Miller, to introduce the 18th president of Albion College. Joey.
I have to talk to you first. I am Joey Miller. I am chair of the Board of Trustees. I've been a trustee since 2017, right before Brian, and I am an alum from the class of 75. And I sit in Upper Baldwin and think about how much ice cream and granola I ate in this room. But what I wanted to share with you first was just some thoughts that, as I was listening to Brian, went through my head as I looked across this room. And that is all of us, whether you're cabinet, whether you're faculty, whether you're staff, whether you're students, whether you're a coach, whether you're support making things run here, whether you're an alum, we're all on the same journey. And that journey is the future. Because what we do here at Albion College is build the future. So our students who are here today, we're here for you. We're here because you're going to go out and change the world tomorrow. And those of us who are alum, it's because we had the tools to change what was our future. And now we look back a bit on our past and recognize that we helped move things forward. So working together in whatever capacity we have on this journey means that we have a journey that every once in a while we stop and we look and we see beautiful vistas. And we get to a hillside and we say, whoa, look where we are. And sometimes we go down and we're challenged. And there are challenges ahead of us for sure. On that journey, our success will be augmented and strengthened by having the right leader. And we need a leader who's going to walk every step of the way on that journey, not only alongside us, but also in front of us, strategically planning and executing the plan, and also behind us. I anticipate that leader also to push me in the back a few times, to step forward, to be bold, to be creative. And that's what we have in our next president of Albion College. We have someone who is a consensus builder. We have someone who is thoughtful of others. I did sit on the search committee, and each time that we met with this candidate, I watched him listen and listen carefully. I watched him think before he made a statement. I watched him look and make sure that his statement was understood and clarify it if he felt it hadn't. That's a thoughtful leader. We need someone who's a careful steward of our funds. You all know we're challenged like every other school financially. And we have our next president, someone who has spent years in fundraising and working on finances. Someone who has looked at the situation that is today and tomorrow and said, we will find remedies, we will find solutions, and we will do it together, and we will be stronger financially. We have someone who understands what it's like to be a president. And I think for me personally, what was most important is this is someone who understands, who has been a president, and who loves being a president. That's key. All the little details, all the big details, the structure, the headaches, the triumphs, he understands, and he really enjoys it day to day, day in and day out. That's someone I can follow. That's someone that will help us on our journey. That's a really important piece of our journey. We have someone who's experienced and dedicated to liberal arts. The liberal arts tradition is our DNA. It will always be. We know that it is the success of the future that we build. And this is a president who has experience and active participation and dedication to liberal arts. Let there be no mistake. The liberal arts that we hold dear continues and will be strengthened. We have someone who has strong roots in the Midwest. He understands where we're coming from. He enjoys it. He wants to stay in the Midwest. I cannot tell you how excited I am about the next step in our journey. We're going up, guys, and we are building that future for our students and our future students. And we have a leader in our 18th president of Albion College, in Dr. Wayne Webster. Please welcome Dr. Wayne Webster.
Good morning. I'm Wayne Webster, and I'm honored and delighted to be selected to be the next president of Albion College. When I decided to apply for the position, I knew Albion had a tremendous respect for the college. Its strong academic mission, rooted in the liberal arts, its residential experience in a small community, its pioneer work and leadership in experiential learning, its success in athletics and co-curricular programming. And I was also privileged to have known and worked with wonderful individuals with Albion connections, including Maury Ditzler, Bob Anderson, and Mike Franzen. And through my time at Worcester and during the interview process, I learned even more. Albion has a deep history in many ways preceding the Michigan statehood. Albion has truly been changing lives in the region for nearly 2 decades, and over the past few weeks, I've enjoyed some light reading of the history of the college written by Robert Gildart and Keith Finnemore. There's a strong history of collaboration and shared success between the college and the community. Our fates are in so many ways interwoven together, and partnership is critical. It has areas of distinction that are significant and meaningful, including the Ford, Gerstner, and Wilson Institutes and other initiatives. It has a deep care and commitment to inclusion and belonging, and is core to who Albion is. And as a fellow GLCA institution member, while unique from one another, Albion and Worcester, my current institution, share many similar challenges and opportunities in common. I came to realize that Albion would be a perfect fit for me and my family, and that my experiences and background align well with your needs. Let me tell you a little bit about my background. I spent nearly 23 years in higher education, 13 as a senior officer, a member of cabinet, primarily in advancement, where I have not only experienced securing gifts and securing volunteers to make the mission possible, but I also have experience creating a compelling vision worthy of that support. I have a track record delivering results and outcomes that enhance the mission of the places I've worked. I have a deep respect and strong experience in the residential liberal arts mission, and a commitment to and appreciation for experiential learning and how it brings learning to life in so many ways. I have a belief in and understanding of shared governance. I spent a lot of time this year working on it on my campus. Both formal and informal channels of dialogue, information sharing, and exchange of good ideas is critical to success. I believe in successfully developing and executing strategic plans, and I have experience doing that at similar institutions. I have familiarity with budgets and multi-year budget planning, and I've overseen marketing, worked closely with enrollment management at all the campuses where I've worked. I have focused a lot of my energy over this past year, in particular on retention and issues affecting student success, like financial aid, academic preparedness, and mental health support for students. And I enjoy this work. It's more than a job for me. It's a real mission. And what we do is we change lives at places like Albion, and I'm looking forward to our work together. Let me tell you a little bit about my leadership style. I'm candid and trustworthy. I mean what I say. I'm collaborative. I'm a consensus builder. It's important to share feedback and to seek feedback and share information. I'm respectful and I'm inclusive. I often seek feedback from those less likely to speak up who have important context to share for decision making. I'm an active listener. I'm going to do a lot more listening than talking. And I never assume I have all the answers or I'm the smartest person in the room, but I'm prepared to make the tough decision when the time comes. And let me tell you a little bit about my family, who's not with me today, but who's watching. I'm married to Sally Webster. We have 2 children, Stella, who's age 10, and Reed, who's forever 6. We lost him to leukemia a few years ago. We have 1 cat, Asher. My daughter wanted to make sure I mention Asher. He's pretty important. And we have 2 dogs, Baxter and Brinkley, who are 2 large golden doodles, so you'll see them on campus quite a bit. And we love outdoor activities. We love campus events. We're looking forward to Michigan summers. Brian promises it doesn't rain every time I visit, so I'm going to hold him to that. And I want to make a few promises to you. That's usually not recommended on your first day, but I want to make some promises that I think I can live up to. I commit to listening to each of you and your ideas, hopes, and concerns. I commit to learning about Albion College and what a special place it is and what makes it special to you, to prospective students, to tens of thousands of alumni, and learn more about the Albion community and how we can build a stronger partnership together. I commit to working to move the college to financial stability, and I will ask each of you to join me in this commitment. I look forward to creating a plan and a focus for our master planner and facilities. I commit to consensus. I will work every day to ensure the decisions we make are based on shared understanding, and I share a commitment to doing the right thing for the college. And I look forward to being a member of the Albion, Michigan community, to working closely with all of our neighbors to make our community strong and to do so through constructive and collaborative partnerships. I have full confidence that the future of Albion College is very bright and that working together we can make it so. So I want to say thanks to the search committee, especially to Brian McPheely, to the board, Joey Miller, and others. The Calvarusos have been very warm and welcoming and helpful, and I look forward to working with Joe during the transition. I want to thank you all today for the warm welcome, and Sally, Stella, and I all look forward to joining this community and being a part of Albion, Michigan. Thank you.
Wayne, thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. I feel like I've known you for years, so that's great. And I've had the opportunity to work with him through GLCA, so it's great to have him on campus. I know I speak on behalf of the entire campus, how we look forward to you, Sally and Stella, joining us on July 1 here in Albion. We are grateful that you've agreed to spend the entire day with us. So in the spirit of Albion, we've scheduled it really tight. You may see us dashing between some classrooms and also some sports activities down the street here. So feel free to grab us as we walk by on a quick pace to share ideas and your comments. We do have refreshments. Feel free to join us today if you have time to do the refreshments. Now, on a personal note, I would like to give you a gift today that is appropriate. I understand prior presidents have done the same thing. Yeah, you know. Now that's your first official Albion College tie. And please wear that when you're doing official events. You're now the chief ambassador for Albion College and the Brits. And again, we thank you so much for coming, and wear that tie in pride as you take over the official duties. Thanks again for everybody coming. Let's give another round of applause for Dr. Wayne Webster, the 18th President of Albion College. Those of you that can, please join us for some refreshments, and thanks for everybody coming today.